Hello, I'm Andrew Livingood coming to you from TamaqUArea.com. Today's date is Tuesday, April 14, 2015. Me and Dale Freudenberger, he's the president of the Tamaqua Historical Society. We're coming to you from the museum, which is located on Broad Street in Tamaqua. They've gone over a lot of renovations over the last, how many months?
About 6 months.
6 months so far? And a lot of money? What's it going to cost?
It's part of $1 million project.
$1 million project. Can you explain more about what's going on here, Bill?
Sure. This is an exciting time for the Tamaqua Historical Society as well as the community of Tamaqua. In the not too distant future, as this renovation project is done, Tamaqua will have a beautifully restored historic building located on West Broad Street in downtown Tamaqua, and it will be spectacular. All the ornate plasterwork, the marble moldings and the floors are all being restored and refurbished, and this will be the home to our new Tamaqua Museum. Our museum will cover the greater Tamaqua area, actually much of eastern Schuylkill County, so it's not just the borough, but this will be a museum that represents all of the eastern Schuylkill area.
Thank you. What did this place used to be?
Okay. The building here is originally the First National Bank of Tamaqua. It was built in 1905. In the days when heat and coal were cheap, they didn't worry about the high ceilings and huge windows. So our building has a 25-foot ceiling and massive windows, which let the daylight in. Our project here was underway. It took us a lot of years to get to this point. After a period of owning this building since 1988, it wasn't until last year that we were able to put together really a good plan and raise the money and get some partners in with us to help to renovate this project. What we're doing is the building has been emptied. The plasters have been hard at work. The plaster work is mostly done at this time. You can look up at the ceiling and the ornate walls. Everything that you see that is white presently is a new layer of plaster. The little bit of green that you see is the only remnants of the old color scheme that was in here. We had a lot of deterioration in our building over the years due to roof leaks, water coming in through the walls, the masonry, water coming in through the basement. So we had a lot of problems that we had to deal with in order to continue to use this building. But we are quite excited. In the last year, we were able to put together a $1 million project here, working with the Tamaqua Area Community Partnership, the Tamaqua Borough, our local state representative and senator, and the Historical Society, and also our private foundation through the J.E. Morgan Foundation. So our project here started last November. So it's about 6 months now that we've been under construction. We are well along the path. We're over halfway done. All the plaster work has been done. It's back to its original beauty. All the new plumbing has been done in the bathrooms and the basement, all new plumbing throughout the building, all new electric systems and upgrades for that. We will be installing on top of there's a marble wainscoting on both sides of the building, which is 8 feet high. And across the spans here, that marble will be metal poles that will have spotlights shining down on the floor, that these spotlights can be used to highlight a lot of the displays, etc. In the back of the building here, we have the original vault. The door on that vault is always a thing of interest when people come in. They just don't see vaults this large in today's banks. That door alone weighs 35 tons, 70,000 pounds. It's actually a double vault. There's also a rear vault along the side. And although this bank is a former bank, First National Bank of Tamaqua, although it's no longer a bank, we still have actually the largest vault of any of the banks that are currently operating in Tamaqua, which is kind of surprising. We like to joke around and tell people that come in here to visit that, yes, it is an old bank, and we would be happy to accept any donations or deposits in our bank accounts. You're just not allowed to take out any withdrawals. So we'll take all the money that you can give us.
Who are the contractors for this, though?
The main contractor, our general contractor, is Grimm Construction. They have done a wonderful job overseeing this project. There are many subcontractors working below them. We recently, on this past Thursday, had the illumination of the front of our building for the first time ever. So each night, dusk till dawn, the spotlights will go on and illuminate the beautiful facade with the columns, etc. The floors in here, all of the marble. Our next step here is that the painters will be starting to work in here next week. They will start doing the paint schemes. We're still looking at samples of different color schemes. It'll probably be a total of 3 or 4 colors used on the walls as well as the ceiling to highlight all the ornate architecture. There will also be at the base of each of these columns, there will be upward facing spotlights that illuminate each of the columns throughout the building. Again, the ceiling is 25 feet high, so it's very impressive when you come in here. The marble that is on the side walls, the 8 foot high, as well as our floors, there's 3 types of marble in our building. There's pink Tennessee marble, gray Tennessee marble, and golden gray Tennessee marble. They were put in here in the early 1900s. The cost of all of this marble alone was $17,000, and today you couldn't probably buy this for $1 million. So this is really a grand building that still remains in downtown Tamaqua.
Okay, we're going to take a short walking tour.
All right.
Just do it if you want to
You
explain.
want to talk as we go?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
All right.
What do we see? What did we see right here, Dale?
Okay. Right here, we're looking at the original solid marble balustrade that we are preserving. This is the original balustrade from the front of the bank counter. The top, which was replaced with Formica in the early 1960s, will be removed, and brand new mahogany counter will be put on top of the marble balustrade. This will be our reception area and gift shop. We've tried to preserve all or most of the wonderful architectural details that are in this building. We had to remove a few because of upgrades, etc., but we are keeping the vast majority of marble in here.
Thank you.
We did remove the original bank counter, which stood here in the middle of the floor, connected to the marble balustrade, and went right up to the center where the vault is today. The reason we took the counter out in the middle of the room was that it was too restrictive as far as the space in here and putting up historical exhibits. So now we'll have a much more open floor space. The marble floors, when the painting is done, the marble floors and the marble walls will all be refinished and polished. Here we can see that the tile was removed, and the red tile over to that wall is going to be removed. We have a new high-grade commercial carpeting that will be coming in this particular area, which is really the area where the workers stood, and that's why that area had red tile and not marble flooring. We'll take a walk to the back and look at some of the other construction areas.
So this area here you say is going to have carpeting.
This will go from here over.
Oh, for carpeting.
Red tile's coming out.
Okay,
This
gotcha.
will have carpet that comes up to here that resembles the marble.
Okay,
It's a heavy gauge rubber.
gotcha. And all new electrical too, so
All new electrical, all new plumbing. The heating has not been upgraded yet, but later this year we hope to be installing a brand new HVAC system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, which will upgrade the entire building and make it more efficient to operate in the coming years.
So what's going to be here? What displays will be here?
Here in the middle of the floor will be, well, actually from the front doors back to the vault, will be a variety of historical displays. It's our goal to upgrade these displays to make them much more professional looking than we had previously. We're also hoping to be able to buy a bunch of brand new upright and illuminated display cases. But the subjects will all represent Tamaqua area's history, including things like mining, railroads, the Indians, the native settlers who came after the Indians, business, Tamaqua was quite an industrial center here in the late 1800s into the early 1900s. So there'll be an industrial setting, an antique general store. We have a 1920s barber shop in storage. We have an early 1930s Art Deco dentist shop in storage. So churches will be represented here. Pretty much, agricultural things from our surrounding rural communities, etc.
So you're gonna have everything. Basically, if it's Tamaqua, it'll be in here. So.
It'll be
Oh, if it's Tamaqua, it'll be here.
the Tamaqua area.
Yeah, Tamaqua area.
Yeah.
So yes.
All right.
And we can't go inside there because it's.
The vault you can't.
Yeah,
the
no,
vault
we
is
would.
actually the vault is actually off limits at this time. We have some fragile things that we are storing in there during the construction, so we really can't go in there presently.
And you say the clock works?
Yes, the clock the vintage clock works, and we actually had it all rewired here as part of the project. So
Oh wow.
it'll be in tip-top operating condition.
Wow. I've got to see. Biggest part for the most people that came inside the museum for the past few years was heavy roof leakage.
Deterioration of the clock.
Yeah, so
There
that
was, as you're saying, Andy, there was a lot of deterioration from leaks over the years. Some of the leaks were from the roof, some of the leaks were from drains, drainage pipes that are inside the walls. So we had a lot of problems that we had to overcome as part of this project. Above me, right here where we're standing on this corner here, was the start of our deterioration. As you can see now, it's all been beautifully restored and just needs to be repainted. Out here in the middle of the ceiling was another large section of plasterwork that came crashing down on the floor, destroyed one or two display cases that we had, and a few other things. So it just got to be too dangerous to open the building in recent years for tours. Up ahead, the second panel in the ceiling from the front door, you'll see the 4 openings in the ceiling. That will be a brand new skylight that will allow daylight to come into the museum. This bank originally had 2 skylights that were actually the size of those 4 squares together. That entire area used to be a one giant skylight. We are currently installing those 4 smaller skylights. And back here by the vault was another section of roofing that had skylights, but we had to eliminate that from this project due to the cost of this project. This project required a tremendous amount of special techniques, people, contractors that do some of these old-time crafts that are difficult to find, including the ornate plaster work here, and so forth, the woodwork, working to restore our woodwork, etc. So, and also the guy that will be coming in here to clean and then actually polish all of the marble in the entire building.
wow.
All right.
Thanks.
You want to look inside here?
Yeah. So these.
Inside on the light here.
Oh, thanks, Dale.
You want to look in these rooms?
Yeah. So what this obviously used to be the ladies' room,
Yeah.
but it was I guess used for storage over the past many
Yeah,
years.
this is the first door. We are on the as you face the vault coming in the building. We're on the left side here now, and you see the first doorway here. It still has the original lettering above it. It was the ladies' room. That area has been changed, and we're now constructing unisex bathrooms that are handicapped accessible right here in what was originally now the men's waiting room, which has been reconfigured.
Still under
If you
construction.
look to your left here, right here. If you look to your left here, looking to the left here, which was again the ladies' waiting room, we removed the wall here. We closed in the doorway, which you saw from the outside, and we removed the window that was where you see the plywood currently. This will become our second exit, an emergency exit, and from that platform down to where we're standing will be a staircase. So we will have a second emergency exit. This small door is our access to our basement, which is very large. One of the unique things about this building that not everybody realizes is that during the war years, World War II, World War I, this building was considered an air, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shelter.
Yeah,
Bomb shelter.
A bomb shelter, and that was really down in the basement level where people would come in here and be allowed to go down to the basement. Fallout shelter is what they're
Fallout,
actually
yes.
called.
Yep.
The original fallout shelter sign is still mounted on the front of our building, a black and yellow sign, and we intend to keep that just for the nostalgia of it. The reason this fallout shelter was in the basement is because the entire basement walls, floors, and ceilings are all constructed of reinforced concrete. There's no wood or anything else, so it's quite a sturdy building. Back here,
If I could add though before you continue,
yeah.
just in the last few months of being in this room, it's amazing. Well, not room, it's just,
How different it is.
oh, it's so beautiful. For the viewers watching the video,
Right.
this was a mess. I mean, with construction and work, and it's amazing. Just to even have lights in here is a big deal.
We need to thank our current architect, which is Ralph Malone and Company, and also our financial advisor, which is Gracia Harris. Without the two of them working with us presently, we wouldn't be in the position we are right now to actually seeing the light at the end of the tunnel to complete this project. But it was through Ralph's expertise and knowledge and interest in preservation that we have kept the original tile from this bathroom from 1905. We kept this original tile. We're keeping the original tile floors here in the bathroom. These will be cleaned and polished. And over here where the bathroom stalls were, the original men's room stalls, these are constructed of white marble, which we've also were able to preserve. Here you can see some of the beautiful stalls and the graining of the marble. And these were the doors which closed for you to use the stall. In fact, these will be used again. These will
Wow.
be part of it.
I just can't picture this. This is so beautiful.
But we're able to preserve all of this.
And they're actually marble. They're not imitation like we're all familiar with.
And
This is real.
this ain't the same marble as the outside. This is white marble, probably
Oh,
from
wow.
probably from the New England states.
What kind of toilets are there?
Over here will actually be the handicap accessible toilet.
Oh, okay.
Over here, we also did some reconfiguring of these rooms. This doorway that we're looking at right here was part of the wall. So now what the architect did for us was to expand into the next room, which is just the utility room, and we took more space out of that room, put a doorway in here, which will be a very nice handicapped accessible restroom for men and women to use here. Back in the back here we have, which is going to be our janitor's closet with all the supplies, a sink and everything in here. All right, we'll go out and look at some of the other, take a peek in the other rooms and see what's going on.
Wow, there's just so much to
Our
take
project
in.
here, construction here that's underway is tentatively slated to be completed by sometime in June. And then after that point, the building will be cleaned up. We'll be able to lead people in to see how it looks and to tour the building. But then it'll take us a number of months, probably midsummer through the end of the year, that we are able to return the many historic artifacts into the building and create all brand new, much more professional looking exhibits.
Yeah. It's going to stress the importance of needing volunteers, obviously.
At that point, we're gonna,
At that
can
point,
mention something.
obviously.
We'll be looking for, you wanna film this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as the project is completed later this summer, it is our intent that this building be open as much as possible every day of the week, including weekends. Now, we probably won't be able to open 7 days a week because the staffing here will be all volunteer, but it will be our intent to get this building open regularly on a regular schedule that people know when they can come and go and see this place and also access our collections. Anybody that is interested in volunteering, the volunteer projects right now would probably be someone to sit at the reception desk up front, keep the door open, welcome people as they come in, and just tell them what they'll be seeing in here, and also answer any questions. So anybody that's interested in doing that, helping us in that type of capacity as a volunteer can give me a call or send me an email. My email address is dalefreud@gmail.com. That's Dale Freudenberger, and my phone number is 610-597-6722 if you would rather call. Thank you. Let's look in here.
Wow.
What we're looking at here is what we call our utility room, and it will still be used for that purpose. But here you can see how the new handicapped accessible stall was built out and took a part of this room. So this was actually originally the full room, but now we have this divider on both sides for the expanded restroom. Back in here, we will also be having a brand new kitchenette, so that we can have events here, serve food here. So we'll have a new sink and counter here, some cabinets, lots of electrical outlets, a refrigerator, etc., that we can entertain, and also for the volunteers to use for their stuff. The rest of the space in here will be used for storage of things that are important to us, such as tables for our festivals, folding chairs, that sort of thing. Over here in the walls, you're seeing the entire new electrical system that was installed. Everything right out to the curb and the meters, everything is brand new. And you can see the control boxes for the entire building is here and here. And you can see the pipes that are running now throughout the building to control those things.
Wow. This project is coming on so awesome.
It is.
It really is. It's really just very impressive.
It is. That's a nice shot, Andy. You want to take the door in there? This is, what we're looking at here is the back portion of the vault. The large round door is the front part of the vault. The second half of the vault is accessible through this side. Here you can see a beautiful ornate early vault door with the brass and copper trim and all the ornate tooling that can be seen there. On the side of it here where the private sign is, you see the gate. This was a gate that steps into this back half of the vault. The vault has been and will continue to be used for protecting our valuable assets in case of, in case of any kind of accident, fire, flood, whatever. So basically, all of our glass plate negative photographs will be kept in here. The glass plates themselves will have copies or prints of these photographs elsewhere that we can use them. He still has the plastic up in here.
Oh, okay. Does he? We can come back to that another day.
Let's just mention this.
Yeah.
This is real important. Here we have the old bank directors room where their board of directors met. About 2-3 years ago, as in anticipation of this project to renovate the museum, the Society already renovated this room from top to bottom. This is our new archival storage and library room. This room has been gutted, new roof put on it, the roof fully insulated, the walls fully insulated. The ceilings, or the floor is actually insulated as well. All new special boarding to keep out any dampness or mold issues. New flooring, new ceiling in there. It's full of beautiful cabinets that are that it will store our books and so forth, our library. So that will become accessible as we get those collections finished. Right here, this is another neat area. This door here that we're looking at, or that I'm looking at, this door here is in the center, you can see, of these two panels. It's directly in the center of the room. So as you step into this room, down the left side and down the right side, there will be pipes, and this will become a walk-in closet for all the Society's historic clothing, uniforms, band items, flags, banners, anything of any kind of textiles, clothing, etc. will be in this walk-in closet and be safe from any kind of mold, dampness, and so forth.
I see the special, everything's all original here.
Yep,
Even to the
looking at
lighting.
the original lights, at the top of the woodwork. All this built-in woodwork was put in by the bank. It's all mahogany, and where we are making repairs and stuff where there was some damage, all new mahogany will be installed in those areas to match the existing. And then all of this wood will be refinished as well. All the marble in here will also be refinished. The floor will have new wall-to-wall carpeting in this area.
What did the museum historical society use this room as prior to this?
Prior to our current renovation, this room was used as our office for the society, with a desk and a computer in here, but that's being relocated so that we can bring from the upper floors, that's the storage that we have of all these vintage clothing items and textiles, and have them right on the museum level floor, easy access to find them, and also put them out on display as we need them.
Thank you.
This originally was the bank president's office. This is the largest room to the rear of the vault. This was the bank president's room. There was a beautiful large oval table with mahogany chairs. We actually have the original large oval mahogany table. We'll probably put that back in here. But this is all, everything's been rewired. You see the new outlets. Every single room has multiple outlets. Due to the nature of our business, of our group, we need a lot of space for plugging in different things for different displays, etc. So the floor is all trimmed around the edges, and also the floor about 6 inches out on the flat part is all marble. The middle here is actually cork flooring. This will be removed, and new wall-to-wall carpeting is going to be installed on here.
There's a lot of equipment everywhere.
Trying to make room that we can get back here. There's the one. I'm going to close these for a second so you can film them being closed.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen them closed. Wow.
Right here, this is the original double doors mahogany that went to a back storage area for bank records, etc. All of this woodwork and all the original glass is being preserved and will be refinished as part of the process. You want to come in here?
Yeah. Let's see what's here.
This room is going to be, this room that we're looking at is going to become an annex to our library and records that we looked at a short while ago. This will be the overflow room. As you see right now, there's a lot of stuff piled on these shelves that are in boxes. All of this stuff still needs to be sorted and cataloged, and it'll be eventually go into the room, the main library room over there. If there's any junk in amongst this stuff, we can get rid of it, but this will be the place to actually sort through that stuff before it goes in the library.
I'm sure you need volunteers to help you with that.
Yes.
You being in charge of that, of course.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
Down here, you see the space down the side of the vault. When we get done this current renovation, we hope to start our HVAC system. And this area here that you're currently walking along the side of the vault, this is on the west side of the vault. This will be the area where our new heat pumps will go, with the large ductwork, which will go upwards and run along the walls here to heat and air condition this building. All right?
Wow. And Dale, I'm going to say thank you for all the work you've done all the years. How long have you been a member of the Historical Society?
Since I was 13.
13 years old.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask your age now, but I have to. How old are you, Dale?
Well, I'll be 56 shortly, but I've been
56.
with the society since I was 13, so
I don't
this has been a long time.
But you've always been, if you ask, I can't think of anybody that asks. You know, if you have a question, Dale's the person to go to ask. If you have anything to know about Tamaqua, any history, Dale's the one, the first place you should go.
Well, thank you, Andy. We appreciate your support of all our projects here. And of course, this is only one of the components that really is the Historical Society in Tamaqua is this large museum building. But we do own, for those that are not aware of it, right around the corner here on Haggerty Avenue, we have an 1848 Haggerty blacksmith shop, which is original to our community, including 3 generations of blacksmithing tools that were left inside of it. We own and operate that, and we also have it open with demonstrations during our festival days. Out on the east end of Tamaqua, on East Broad Street, we have the first home in Tamaqua, which is an 1801 log home built by founder Burkhart Moser. Most communities have lost their first homes. Tamaqua is very fortunate to have a first home still standing. So that's another project that the Historical Society purchased that property and restored it in the mid-1990s. The blacksmith shop we restored and opened it in 1976 as part of our nation's our bicentennial. The Historical Society has also been early on in the 1980s involved with the train station project. We were the first to save the train station from the wrecking ball following the disastrous fire in 1981. We kind of just did what we could do to clean up the property, board it up and make it secure, and about 10 years later a new organization was founded just to restore that project, and that was the Tamaqua Save Our Station organization, which did a marvelous job with the train station. In addition, the Society also is the organizer of our community's annual Tamaqua Summerfest, which is held every June on Father's Day. It covers about a 5 or 6 block area in the downtown, and it's a lot of fun. We'll also have steam train rides from the train station on Father's Day, and a lot of families actually get together and come down to enjoy these street fairs. In October, always on the second Sunday in October, we have our annual Tamaqua Heritage Festival, and that also is about the same size in downtown, but we include more type of historic reenactments and music as we can find. What was the other thing I was thinking about?
That's okay. There's so much going on. I'm surprised you can keep track of all this, Dale.
Something else I was thinking we should mention. With my neurological problems,
That's okay.
I'm having memory problems.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
No worries. We're good.
Okay. Well, I know I gave you a lot more than you need.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, lastly, wanted to point out that these rooms behind the vault area, the 3 rooms, including the closet, the meeting room, and the annex for the library, we actually roofed over those 3 rooms. They were always open rooms, no ceiling in any of them. So we decided to roof over them, insulate them, put ceilings up in them for better climate control, and then up on top of there we created a floor which will have carpeting and can be used for something down the road if we need additional space or so. So it's a nice second floor kind of mezzanine as part of the project.
Wow.
That's it.
Again, Dale, there's so much going on here.
Do you want to get the lights? Or you need the lights on? We can use the top of this before. Yeah. Right now we're going to leave it empty and we'll see what we have.
I mean, it's huge.
It's all about the when you climb up the stairs.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, if you have one down there, they can see it, and the rest is...
Yeah, at least we can spot it. You really don't need to see it.
No, but there are...
But they're so heavy, we don't know where to go with them.
Yeah.
Today's date is Tuesday, April 12th, 2015. Renovations currently going on at the Tamaqua Historical Society Museum. He just took the scaffolding down. Wow. Hi, Yandale. Back a little more so you see. That's the one room. Archive room is closed currently due to construction. Wow. And here we are again in the front. And here we go. Hey, hello, Dale. Do you mind giving me about a minute rundown of what's going on here and how soon the museum will be open? What's going on?
We're currently underway with our major renovations of the Tamaqua Historical Society Museum. We started construction in November, just a few months ago, and the project will be completed in probably sometime in June this summer. And it's part of a $1 million project here in the downtown area, most of the money going to the museum. We have a number of partners, including the Tamaqua Community Partnership, the Tamaqua Borough, our State Senator Argyle, and our State Representative Knowles, who have helped us with seeking funding, and then private contributions through the Historical Society and some of our donors. When the project's done, probably in June, we'll be able to have an open house to allow people to come in and see the building. It's going to be quite a spectacular piece of architecture in downtown Tamaqua. And we've preserved everything that we can possibly preserve in here and upgraded it to today's standards. After construction is done in June, it'll probably take us about 6 months to create and move in all new exhibits in the museum.
What major renovations are underway right now?
The major renovations included new roofs on the tops of this building and our adjacent Chamber of Commerce building. The Historical Society also owns that building. New roofs, all new drainage system, all new electrical systems. The ceiling of the museum, as well as the ceiling above the chamber office, have all been insulated from the top down to help us with heating costs. All the plaster work, the ornate plaster work in here, a lot of it had been damaged by water drainage problems over the years. That has all been rebuilt and restored. We're also doing the marble work. All the marble has been preserved. The marble here will all be cleaned. On the walls is marble, 8 foot up. The floors are marble. The vault is marble. All of the marble will be cleaned and polished, so it's very attractive. We're getting ready to, next week we'll be starting with the painting to get that underway. We're looking at several different color schemes right now to see which one will be best. It'll likely be a 3 or 4 different shades color scheme to highlight the architecture in here.
Thank you. How soon do you think it will be open to the public? I understand you have to finish, the contractors have to finish the work here. You said by
June.
By June, and then it's going to take another 6 months to put the...
Well, yeah, but I expect that right as soon as this is done, we'll be able to invite people to come in and walk around. And we'll have some open days for people to do that. But yeah, we want people to come in here. People are excited to see what we're doing. This has been a project that's a long time coming. So it's quite exciting for the Historical Society, and I think the community has been very much in support of our project, and everybody's going to be anxious to see it when it's done. It's really going to be quite beautiful in here.
Thank you, Dale. I'm glad you're overseeing this. Dale, I mentioned before in another video, but Dale's a lifelong volunteer with the Tamaqua Historical Society, currently serving as the president. Thank you, Dale. I appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you.